Extinction Rebellion has planned its biggest rally yet in Perth to wrap up a week of nationwide protests calling for action on climate change. Emily Evans joins us now live. Emily, what are protesters there going to do?
Well, protesters here in Perth are planning to cause as much disruption as possible when they march the Perth CBD. There's actually quite a few of them already gathered, as you might be able to see behind me. The march is expected to start in about 10 minutes. It's expected to be the biggest rally organised by Extinction Rebellion here in WA as part of a week of nationwide protests calling for action on climate change. Organisers say smaller protests throughout the week have been leading up to this moment. But it's not just protests happening here in Perth. In Melbourne, protesters marched the offices of mining giants like BHP, calling them climate criminals, while in Brisbane, activists are planning on locking down the William Jolly Bridge in the CBD. But there have been many arrests throughout the week, dozens right across the country, and organisers here in Perth say today's going to be no different. They're expecting many more.
We're hoping we may have up to even 100 arrests for a small city. That's quite a large number. And these are people who feel so strongly about, the danger that we are in. They're so worried about their children's future, worried that we may not even have a future, that they're prepared to make that sacrifice.
Now, this week of protests, it's all about getting the government to act on climate change. Extinction Rebellion have a list of demands, including net zero emissions by 2025 and the creation of a citizens' assembly to do with climate change. But as for today's activities, anyone planning on coming into the Perth CBD is being advised to look for alternative routes. Extinction Rebellion are unhappy about causing disruption, but they say it's a necessity. Annalise?